mate. How are you? I can never read your name. How are we? Okay. So, I went and got myself some pet scissors to cut this particular fur. Normally I use shears, but or pet trimmers. But this fur's really really tricky to cut for some reason. It just won't cut it, and all my scissors won't cut it either. So I had to go and get a pair of pet scissors, which they work really good. So I'm just going to trim the head so we can see what he looks like. I don't really like trimming the fur with scissors. It's just not even enough, if that makes sense. So yeah. He's looking odd. This is the oddest one out of the bunch, I reckon. So we want to reveal that tongue there. Hey TikTok, what's going on? Alright. Trim this a little bit too, give it back the jawline. So I'm going to try and finish the furring on this one. I don't think it'll take me too long, and now I've got these scissors, it'll be a lot quicker to, prep some things and give them a bit of a trim. But yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Leave that little bit of a mane there, I think. We'll see. Trying to trim it really evenly as best I can. With the scissors. I don't particularly like using scissors. But funnily enough, these pet groomers have like this little knobbly bit on the end, which is interesting. Stops the stops you cutting the animal, I guess. Or poking it, I should say. Alright. Let's get this bit in the nose. I'm trying to just shape out where the muzzle would be normally. So just trying to bring back all that detail out that I sculpted originally. So we've got a little bit of definition here. Hey, thanks for the likes. And the follow. Thank you. Alright. So this particular faux fur is really soft, and I think that's why it's so hard to cut. I think that's why my pet shears don't go through it. It's just super, super soft and plush. But no, these seem to be working really well. So hopefully they don't blunt too quickly, because that would be a bummer. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. And just sort of trying to, I'm going to leave the back bit here a bit longer. Try and blend it in a little bit. So there's not like a stark difference here. I think I'm gonna leave this little bit of a beard here because it's kind of funny. This little bit of a beard here. I just want to clean that line up a little bit better. These are expensive. Well, you know, is that a question or a statement? Look, the materials are really expensive to buy on it, especially the faux fur and the Sculpey that I use. And it takes anywhere between 20 and 30 hours to make, so it's yeah, a lot of time to put into something. So, but the materials, man, they've just like gotten super expensive for the last well, since COVID, I'd say they've gotten really expensive. So you know, it costs around, you know, about $100 in materials for each doll, and then of course the hours that I do and the number of years of experience that I've got. So, you know, but I try to do offer payment plans that help people afford it a bit better. But yeah, just is what it is, I guess. It's funny because, you know, I collect Pokemon cards, right? And people have like no problem dropping $500 on a card. So, you know. All right. I don't know what TikTok's doing. Never know with TikTok, right? Some days it's good, some days it's just not. Alright, let's trim this up a little bit. These scissors are really good. I'm really glad I got them. So it's just gonna make working with this particular fur really easy. Not that I have a lot. You know, I don't really use this fur all that much, but I thought it would be a good fur for this particular cat. Alright, so we want to get those ears nice and pointy. Hey Mark, how are you? Do I need to restart this TikTok again? It like bummed out really quickly. So, just trying to even out this fur on the ear. And I've still got this little flick here as well. That ear's looking pretty good. Just trim. I think I've got to be careful with what I'm cutting with these scissors, just because they're obviously just scissors for fur, I guess. So I want it nice and smooth. They had other scissors there, but these ones had like the pointiest tip on them. So, you know, you want pointed tips to get into those nooks and crannies. What's going on, everybody on TikTok? All right, just giving this creepo a bit of a trim. He's looking pretty good. So I'm just sort of trying to even out the fur on the ears, make sure it's nice and smooth, there's no cut lines. So normally I don't use scissors to cut. For anyone that's new here, I don't normally use scissors to cut to trim anything. I normally use my pet shearers, which works well. But this particular fur is really tricky and a bit difficult to cut, so I need to sort of think out of the box and try something else, which seems to be working. I went and got some scissors from the pet shop. I thought that would be the smartest thing to do, is to get pet scissors, and they work really well. So we're happy. We're back on track. Hey Alyssa, how you going? I remember you. Oh, itchy head. Okay. Now this beard thing, I don't know. Should I sort of round it a little bit? Don't want to trim it too much. I'll just round it a little bit so it's not so, I don't know, friar looking. I'm good too. Not too bad today. Like the sticky uppy bit here. Trim it a bit more. So little handy tip when you're trimming some fur is around the ears. I usually leave it a bit longer here. So if you look at no problem, Alyssa, thanks for stopping by. If you look at pictures from, like, reference pictures, they have quite long bits of fur here, just to sort of, I don't know what it is, sort of blends the ear in kind of nicely. Yeah. I'm going to cut this a little bit in there. Scissor skills. Yeah, I don't normally use scissors, so they're probably not actually that great. And I'm not a hairdresser or a pet groomer. Okay. All right, what do we reckon? I feel like these scissors aren't going to last long. So I need to sort of find a way to sharpen them, I guess. All right, just going to round this. Just trying to blend this bit in just so it rounds. So it's not like this stark line. So you can see on TikTok it's a little bit better here. It's not so sticky uppy. You can see on YouTube there, it's not so sticky uppy. Sticky uppy. All right. Oh, really? Aluminium foil? Oh, I never knew that. I mean, they're brand new at the moment, so let's see how long they last. So yeah, just cut in some of the detail here. I kind of wish this had a tip on it. I think it would be easier to cut the detailing in. Hey Gracie, thanks for the likes. All right, so I'm just gonna. So when I sculpted this, I had a bit of detailing definition between the muzzle bit here and under the eye. So I try and sort of replicate that by trimming. And sometimes when you add the faux fur over it, you lose a little bit of detail, which I try and get back with, combination of, cutting in the detailing work and like color shading and stuff. So Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah. We'll see if this turns out. I'm probably not going to add too much shading to this one anyway. But, you know, it will be blue. So, yeah. All right. Here's our creepo. I think that's sort of right for now. And normally I like to just sort of do a bit of cleanup. Should I do curly whiskers for this one? Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. I think curly whiskers would look good. Hey, thanks so much for liking. I think curly whiskers will suit this one. Just sort of try and clean up some areas. I'm not going to do too much just right now. Just wanting to sort of see his personality. A little bit here. Okay. I think it's looking pretty snazzy. What do you reckon? YouTube? There's this crazy head. So I'm going to try and do all the, what do you call it? The fur for the rest of it. So I'm just going to clean all this up because this is a disaster here. Hi, thanks for the follow, loved silly. Much appreciated. I might keep some of these bits that I cut off before. Alright. I'll start with new one if I need to. I don't know what's going on with the count on TikTok because it's not showing me anything for some reason. Okay. Now I'm going to finish off doing the little toe beans here. And then we can move on to something else. So basically we get a piece of this particular faux fur, and I like to measure it where I want to cut it. So I've got to be a little bit careful with this one because I don't want it to cover the rest of the fur that's there, because it starts getting a bit like messy and overlappy. You have to sort of hide the seam lines. So I mean, I can just remove the back off it, I think. I don't know. I'm wondering if I should restart this live. Again, sorry. I know I keep saying that, but it's just a bit weird. Not the one on YouTube. That's fine. I'm just going to cut it off the back and go from there. Normally I use my shears, but yeah, again, it doesn't cut this fabric. I'm going to restart this live. It's not doing anything. Sorry. Sorry, I'm in my TikTok live. Okay. All right. I actually think I like using the other bit for this one, to be honest. Thinking of pulling that off and doing it again, because I don't like the way that looks. Hey TikTok, welcome. Yeah, I don't think I'm liking the way this looks. I'm just going to pull this bit off here. I reckon we could get achieve a better look if I just do that bit. Thanks so much for liking. Now, where are we? So we want a small little square section. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. And then cut this off in here. Hey Moko, how are you? Moko? How are you? Okay. Chilling? Yeah. A little bit of chilling. Me too. It's hot here today, so escaping the heat. Alright. And do this side. What's going on here? Yep. For this bit we need one long piece. So I'm going to just measure out where I want this. And trim it. It's a bit of a tedious little process, but we're going to get it right. Thanks for all the likes. Okay. Then we go this way. Oops. Okay, got our shape. Measure it again. Just going to go and put that on. I do like kind of a thin layer, not too much glue, because it ends up sort of seeping through, and then you get all this overhang from all the loose pile. So I just sort of remove it every now and again. All right. Now the trick is to hide the seam line. And sort of follow these contours of where I sculpted each paw. You can trim it a little bit as you're going along, so you're not overlapping things. So I've got my pet scissors. And just do a really rough cut, just to sort of get it out of the way. And then once it's dry, I usually leave it to dry overnight. And then I can come back in and give a proper shape to it. So see how it's sort of made a nice little, conformed to the toe a little bit? Okay. So I'm going to give this a bit of trim here too. Alright, now I'm going to do these front toes here. So got myself another piece. And we can just conform to it again. And I'm going to trim it there. Okay. I'm going to follow these toe lines that I've done. I'll trim that a little bit more. So I haven't actually shown this part. Where am I? This way. I haven't shown how I apply faux fur before, so that's a live exclusive. Alright. And then we'll put some more glue. So this is just a tacky fabric glue that I've gotten from Spotlight. I actually don't know if they have this one anymore, to be honest. But they had it on sale for half price a couple of months ago. I bought a bunch of them because it's half price. All right. Now, it's always important to keep the pile of the fur going the right direction. So I'm going to go and stick that on roughly. And then sort of just with my, if I can find it, my needle tool, I can sort of just stick it in there to follow the contours. The middle one and the last one. Alright. Poked a little jaguar in the face. Alright, so just following the lines of the toes. There we go. Done. And then I'm going to do a big full section for the top of the foot. So we want it going in a different direction. I think I might start. I'm going to restart this TikTok again because it is not doing anything. All right. All right. I think so. I don't know if TikTok is not showing me the viewers properly today. I think. All right. So get rid of this excess on there. So I like to try and get all of the section with just a really thin layer of glue. You don't need much. And remember where we're going. This one. Okay. It's a problem with all the glue. Get on your hands. All right. Okay. Just going to give that a little bit of a trim. Just so we're getting the toe beans correct. Because normally I paint over the toe beans once all the fur has been applied, but I don't do that for this one, mainly because I sculpted it out of polymer clay, and I'm going to keep that beigey colour. Okay. Now, normally I try and follow the contour of the foot. I kind of just have it as an example. Sometimes I change it up. but sometimes I have my cougar there. But just kind of just use it as an example of like what I make. It's basically it, really. Otherwise, I kind of look like I'm just doing weird stuff, I guess. Alright. Hey, Alyssa. Hey, thanks for the likes. Much appreciated. Alright. A little bit of a trim. Well, I wasn't going to trim this until I finished doing everything, but here we are, trimming it. I get the angle of that back paw, right? So normally, I finish till I trim it when it's all nice and dry. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I think I'm just eager to see it finished. So I'm just going to go and just push in so I can create those little toe indentations. Otherwise, it sort of gets lost in the process. And we want to keep that detailing, right? There we go. So you can see just a little bit of pushing around. You can sort of fabric sculpt it a little bit and get those details back. Which you sort of got to be careful because sometimes it ends up pulling it out of the other section that you've just done. But yeah. So I'll trim that. I'll wait this time. All right. I'll wait before I start trimming more. All right. That foot's okay for now. So you can see how on YouTube you can sort of get that little bit of indentation. There we go. Indentation a bit better. All right. Next food. I've got a whole pile of crap. Just trim that a tiny bit. It's probably the messiest part of the process is trimming all this. I don't know how short I want to go on the legs, but I'm just trying to blend it out a little bit here. Don't want a leg that's too chunky. But these scissors just make it so much easier to work with this fur. If I chose to make an arthropod art doll, probably the same sort of process. Or I have had a commission before where somebody wanted me to make some parts for, I think it was their partner's furry suit or something. It was basically just like a white tiger with like long hair sort of thing. And they were going to put it on one of those action figure bodies that you can, what do you call it? You can modify. So probably something like that. But yeah, and I would pretty much do it the same way as this one. This one's kind of similar, I guess, to the way I would do it. So, yeah, I don't think it's all that much of a different process, to be honest. You just have to sort of concentrate on getting the balance right when you want to stand it because it's on two legs. But, yeah. All right, just trying to shape this a little bit. Sorry, I read that as and you know, I read it the wrong way. Insects. I haven't really thought about it though, but possibly I would probably just do like a cotton and airbrush it. I think that would work really well because then you could sort of, like if you're doing a praying mantis or something, it'd just be a lot of stitching really tiny things, and I probably would just stitch it over a like a wire armature instead of sculpting them. You could sculpt them and paint them, so you could sculpt like a praying mantis, for example. You could sculpt the legs out of Cosco or something because it's slightly bendable, and then make them articulated with a joint or something. But yeah, I think they're sort of a tricky one to do. This is awesome. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the likes. All right, now let's do the next foot. So I'm going to just trim this a little bit. TikTok's a little bit slow today or something. So apologies if I can't see you. It keeps on like jumping with the people count, so I don't know if anyone's actually in here or not. Probably not. Okay. Yeah, I've made a Luna moth before, and I used a little bit of fur for like the main body bit. Oh, this fur gets everywhere. Yeah, I made used a little bit of fur for that main body. Right. Probably cut it there. So really the last thing on this cat to do after these paws is the airbrushing. So that's exciting. Now, is this going to fit well? Trim that little corner off here. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask. Happy to answer. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of fur up here because I don't think it's going to reach. So I got a little bit there. All right, this one, right? That's what we do. Yep. What am I making today? I am working on the overlooked middle child. So yeah, that's the second medieval cat. So I'm just trying to finish doing the fur work. So I'm just applying some of the fake fur on the paws, and yeah, then I'm going to let that dry overnight, and that's ready for airbrushing, so I can start working on the other ones. But yeah, I reckon my material for my commissions is going to come this week, so I have to start doing some work on those. Hopefully they don't take too long to get through. I think the seal, I'm doing a Stella's sea lion. And I don't think that's going to take too long to do because I don't have to do an articulated jaw on that one. It's just a solid head, but it is really big. But I'm waiting on some faux fur and minky fabric to come so I can do some more work on it. Could I give one of the cats a cape? Actually, I was wanting to give this one a cape. So that was my first thought. I've got some really cool fabric that I found. It's like a velvet, red velvet fabric that I was going to make a cape out of. So definitely my thought. I also ordered a bunch of like mini crowns. So hopefully they come pretty quickly. They have been shipped, but I just wanted to modify them a little bit and put a bit more like jewels and stuff on them. So, just make them a bit more fancy. But I ordered a couple just in case I do more medieval cats or dogs. I'm just giving this a quick trim so I don't have too much fur hanging around. And we want to contour that toe. All right. Okay. But yeah, I bought a bunch of balsa wood as well, so I can try and have a go at making a medieval cat bed, a cat lounge. But we'll see how that goes. I don't know. But yeah, definitely cape is definitely on the agenda. It's actually really nice velvet, and I hate the feel of velvet. It's awful. So I hate it. It makes me cringe. Sacrifices. The sacrifices I'm willing to make. All right. I reckon there's something going on with TikTok's viewer thing today. I'm literally not seeing anything. All right. Don't want to cover the toe beans. All right. I think I'd give this a trim. I think. Just realised how close those scissors were to my eyes. Yikes. All right. So I suppose the good thing about this glue is it tacks off quite quickly. But you do need to leave it for 24 hours to properly dry if you want it to stick properly. Puss in Boots. Surprisingly, I've never actually seen that one. Oops. I've seen the first Shrek, but not that one. Maybe I could give boots to another one. I tried to find a chalice, which I found, but I think it's going to be too big. I didn't buy it, but I mean, they're really cool. It didn't have the one that I liked in stock, so I didn't buy it. But it is pretty cool. So maybe the next one I'll get a chalice and or the next batch, whenever that will be, I'll get a chalice and maybe I'll have a jester clown, a jester cat. Thanks for the likes. Got to expose that toe bean. Really? I'm so slack with watching movies. I used to be really into it, but I don't know, I just kind of, they just don't do it for me. Any movie. Really? TV show, movie, I don't know, I can't get into them anymore. I mean, I like The Sopranos, but I just can't get into any movies and video and TV shows anymore. Don't know what it is. Just don't wow me enough. Anyone have any good recommendations? I've watched a couple of episodes of Last of Us, which seemed okay, but I can't get into it. Okay. I do watch House of the Dragon. That's alright, but it's just not the same. I have to say, Lord of the Rings, no good. I couldn't get into that. Controversial, I know, but I could never get into that. I mean, I think Game of Thrones is one of my favorites, but maybe not the last, 2 seasons? Thanks for the likes. Maybe not the last 2 seasons, they were a bit easygoing, of course. Plot armor galore. Arcane, Tremors. I did watch some of the Batman. I did watch some of that. It's okay. Shrek 2. I do like Avatar. I do like that. I liked I wouldn't call it an anime, I'd call it a cartoon, right? I did like that. For a Western cartoon. I used to be into like a lot of anime, which I sort of, dropped off a lot. I was a big Naruto fan. But my favourite anime is Samurai Champloo. You can't beat it. It's just so different to everything else. And the soundtrack was really good. Nujabes. And I don't know what my second favourite would be. Second favourite anime. It's a tough one. I never got into One Piece. Another controversial statement. Could never get into it. One Punch Man's okay, even though that's a new one. Cells at Work. I'll have to check that one out. Cells at Work sounds like it's something similar to what's it called? Why am I having a mental blank? I'm having a total mental blank. Ghost in a Shell. I don't mind that. Ghost in a Shell. I don't know if you're familiar with the game Cyberpunk, but I feel like they ripped off so much from Ghost in a Shell. What am I looking for? It's just like there's like so many similarities to Ghost in a Shell and Cyberpunk. Even some of the characters you gotta fight. Like, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I only watched a couple of episodes of One Punch Man so far. I just don't have the time these days. Edge Runners. I think I've seen that. Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I've seen parts of it, sorry. Terminator. Really? I haven't seen that. I like Black Lagoon. That was pretty good. That's one of my faves. I like Revy. As much of a psycho she is. I haven't watched many, since Samurai Champloo was there and Naruto were the go-to ones. But I really liked Naruto. That was one of my faves. Oh, Death Note was okay. It's okay, and then it sort of went a bit weird when I think it started getting a bit westernized. But yeah, Death Note was alright. I think it went on for too long. That was the problem. I feel like they should have ended it with L. If no one's seen it, with L dying. I have seen Afro Samurai. It's okay. Not one of my favorites though. Bleach was one of my favorites. I really liked Bleach. I don't think it took off as well as what I thought it would. Okay. I kind of just like the aesthetics of Bleach. It's just so different. The way they did things was just different. Like the storyline, they're all the same. Let's be honest, they're all storylines are the same, right? Especially those ones from Shonen Jump. But yeah, I feel like Bleach was just a little bit different with just the design work and everything. Okay. Look at the legs. They look pretty good. What do you think? All right. Shape this bit. Sometimes there's little bits and pieces that stick out that I don't like. I'm just going to go back and trim it. What a babe. All right, I'm going to get rid of this disaster zone here. Need some serious cleanup here after this. All right. Yep. Let's do the inside of these paws. I cut some bits out. Is TikTok doing anything? I have no idea. Hey TikTok, are you doing anything? I still got this twitch in my eye. It's driving me nuts. All right, that's that one. I'm going to try and do 2 at a time here, maybe. here. Yeah, where's the other piece? Yeah. All right. Be nice to have one of these under my belt. I'm going to wait till I've finished doing all of them to do the airbrushing. So we're a little bit off finishing them, or one at least. Even. All right. Is this a trim? Cut. Alright, so I'm going to give this a trim just to get rid of all the excess. Just makes it a bit easier. Cute. What am I making? I am making a medieval cat art doll. So we've got a weirdo here. I've got a weirdo here, so I'm just doing the furring on the paws. So this is like the last sort of part before I can do the airbrushing on it. It's going to be blue. So this one is the overlooked middle child. Yeah, I've got 3 on the go for this one. Yeah, like I wonder if the cats in that time actually look like this. Maybe they did look like little weird people. Maybe we've just sort of inbred them too much and they don't look like weird little people anymore. Is that a possibility? Alright, I think that's a good size. So that's sort of one good thing about keeping some of the offcuts is sometimes you can find good sizes, but then you just end up with too much crap. Okay. Pile down there. So sometimes it's good when you have like a tad bit of stretchy fabric. You can conform it to the space a bit better. Right. Now we'll do this side. This side's a little bigger, so that's a good size. Again, just a nice little offcut. Yep, that's a good size. Clean the top of this glue. Next pass. Alright. Alright, it's starting to take some pretty good shape. Alright, Now, we've got this side finger here. Now, we need to just keep an eye on where the pile's going. Cut. Right. I need to clean the top off. Yeah. So hey Jessie, how are you going? Thank you. Just trying to finish off the last little bit of it. I don't want to cover the claws here. Don't want to cover those toe beans either. So just doing a little bit of fiddling around, little bits and pieces. Getting there. Don't know if we're going to finish this today or not, but you know, we'll see. Just do a little bit of trimming while I go, so I know it's looking okay. Is it going good? That's good. So I want to try and keep the shape of the fingers here. Fingers. I guess you could call them fingers. All right. Keep those toe bean shapes. Need a tiny bit here. It's like a tiny, tiny bit missing. So it got me. Got my little toe. How am I? I'm good. I'm doing all right. It's a bit hot today, so fortunate. but that's fine. All right, that's that section. Do this little bit here. So sometimes you just find the perfect little part bits. So this one off here. Really need to try and sharpen these scissors. They're not great. Might try that aluminium foil tip from before. Right. A little bit of glue. You don't want to put too much on here because it'll bleed through and it will wreck your pile and make it all like yucky and hard. Right. I'm just going to conform this toe. Right. We're getting there. We're getting there, we're getting there. Just going to trim it a tiny bit. I'll trim it properly once everything dries. Let's see what we're working with here. Hey, thanks for the likes. Can't send like stickers or something through the chat? Probably not. Do you have a page or something? I can check it out. Right, so corner. That's what we're looking for, a corner piece. No problem. Is your username the same everywhere? Right, 2 little square pieces, and then I reckon thanks for likes. Thank you. That's no problem. I'll have a look. Yep. Just wait for that to dry. Stop trimming. Stop trimming. Got one little bit left. No, need to be good. Let's see. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the eyes. We'll be right back. No problem. Just trying to get the glue off my hands. Yeah, let's cut the actual nail off. I haven't done that before. Alright. Mash that detail work in. I will trim this, obviously. Alright. That is that hand done. Kind of still needs a trim, but you know. That's kind of cute. Alright, what's the time? Alright guys, I'm going to get to finish this, but I'm going to have to end the live here because I need to get the little one out of bed. So, YouTube, thanks for joining. I'll be on again tomorrow around 12:30 till 2. Thanks for joining.